Astra Avisask. We meet again, you two.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think. Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and...
Wait, say what now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. It appears that you're not interested in that case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there.
Hey, that's not any better.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interest.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see...
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often. Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head? From when she said, Ad Astra Abbot. So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream. It was another dream about the Sub-Zerus festival, except it was a happy... In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really... You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zerus festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to... Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? No! We aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so... Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, but for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to, and... Right! Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off... Oh! Good point. Sorry, adventurers! We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while. Let's continue our chat here. Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida? Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now... I've already tried that. But all the key members of the Academia, even the core of 30 guards, it seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because... Have you already caught the sages? I'm guessing not yet. But distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly. We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move, after all, every person is... No way, that's too risky. You mean it'd be too easy to get... No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How... That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind. According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a... Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously. Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, And if I can't get ordinary people, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages. You're saying we should recruit a spy? Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone. And actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female? Setaria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's... We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeat. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always... I've always liked observing all kinds of people. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the... Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty... The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the... Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star soon after. The star witnessed the sun scorching the earth. The star began to waver, instead of staying beside such a sun, but in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes. From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the wreath, but she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away. Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears, and she's suppressing a lot of guilt. But before she realized it, she had already become the sage's right. We must somehow make her that way. Not only can we get useful intel from her, from my past observations, Setaria will take a date tomorrow afternoon. Just happens to be a shopping day for her. To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots. This should be Setaria's favorite fortune-telling spot. So should we... No, I already have enough information on Setaria. The most important thing... Talking style and...
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fate? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things?
Shh! My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can we get a...
Of course, of course. In that case... It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the Lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Love prospect. The gods, one who is fated to cross your path will appear on Harut. Marut, did you two spoil my divination?
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably...
I admit that the orientation of today's...
Is that so?
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit...
Is this another one of Setaria's? Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Setaria a lot when she first moved to Samari City. When I start talking with him, listen...
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild?
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret. And I simply changed trades when my works turned out...
That's nice.
So is your father's...
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough...
I see. We wish him peace and happiness. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another.
No problem. Rest easy, all...
This should be our final stop. Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia. Nahida, you've really thought of everything. It's my duty to protect Samaria's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry,
If I recall, you were having a
Ah, that's right! After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the... But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars. And I'm
What an admirable spirit for learning.
Sure, but you've...
So this restaurant has a basement as well?
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it...
I see. Yes, that makes sense.
Thank you so much. As long...
So, was that ever? 3 familiar faces should be... what's the point of all the information we've collected? Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way. I remember that you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming... Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be... Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to take advantage of the guild. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the... Well, the Scarlet King is long gone. And Sataria is also too smart to... If we simply engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would definitely be wary of us. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with... So, you mean you're going to Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure. She'll never... So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up. Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them. Huh? Best of luck? But... That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. Huh. That is pretty convenient. Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating... You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever... If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these... Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone. All right, then let's give... Here she comes! Sataria's here! Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find that as for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hide...
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right?
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty... I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Are you sure? Those aren't ring...
Well, actually they have many names.
Huh, I see. I imagine that...
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine...
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel...
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just...
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods are asking, Sitaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone... home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Sitaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. Oh, the gods seem to be truly...
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all.
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Even though news of the Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet King still exist in real life?
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Whoa! She just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset, too. Well done. Sitaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core. Aw, Nahida. All I know are some abstract Harabatop theories. In any case, my time... Anyway, enough of that. Let's He's out of cubes now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away!
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work? Oh, right. Your old man's craft. Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Huh? Wasn't he nursing a leg injury? If I recall correct...
He sprained his arm a while back while trying to show off his strength.
Actually, while we're talking about him...
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in this... He has a quick temper, and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get...
Oh? So, who are you siding with? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from—
Akeem, you don't mean you've all...
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this!
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit.
Come on! Sataria's already started talking with...
So, Shishan, like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festivals.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia.
Please, please stop!
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problems.
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guard!
This is the most important part of all. Quick,
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me, Pat.
Please, try to remain calm, miss.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him.
Miss Sataria, nothing...
You know my name?
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
It seems that no matter where I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to...
How do you know me so well? Are you...
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages, and to... If you could provide some assistance in this matter...
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fate. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
How much do you know about the sages?
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, but I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume I've just been working to meet the Grand Sages. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city.
To fight against the Academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a...
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. Let me see...
Let's the Academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too...
Don't worry about that. I assure you, I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the academia again. It'll be safest.
All right, I trust you.
So,
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro.
the Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have in danger. Maybe it's time for me to find a...
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring...
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. He's the one who... Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening...
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of this...
No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed... That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to...
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out if something were to happen. My existence may be the only trump after all. The academia should still be unable to confirm the existence...
Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be off. What do you... Maybe Sataria...
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off.
Well, regardless, as long as you're here with... Huh. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards. This hour of the night.
The triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City! What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
Oh no! What should we do? These are all just regular people!
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
But that guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here!
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru. Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
This should be far enough. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new harbinger here, let alone such a... He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him, and that even the sages are wary of him. Yep, sounds like... yeah. Now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia, but what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis? Yeah, things would be a lot easier. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city, but we can't just keep waiting. You mean... Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when even though he turned it down at the time, he must... There's no time to lose. Let's go to...
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around.
Are you mercenaries from...
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate.
The outcast? An outcast from... But why wouldn't the Doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat.
You're up, Trap!
Stabilize.
My apologies!
That's close enough.
Take flight!
Solidify.
Can't see.
Need.
Whirling snow! It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements! My apologies! Dumpty Dumpty Go!
I'll take my lead.
Boing Boing Boom!
Stabilize. One with the forest.
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are? Yeah, looks like one. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. Going up against smart people. Rainforest is the best. Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here? Holly, it's nice to see you. To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My OSR has been progressing at a faster rate. As a result,
Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow—
Oh, Kale! Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him.
Oh, Master Tainari? You just left the—
He left? What? Isn't Tainari—
I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher. No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks to leave in such a hurry? Master Tainari originally studied in the Immorta Darshan of the Academia. And I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time—
A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research— Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar.
Got it. Will do. See you. Wait! Look who it is! Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey! This was supposed to be a touching reunion.
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm.
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything.
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida,
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing infant instead, he did something closer to creating. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from it.
What a relief.
I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the Academia, so... It feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty... Plus, the doctor's combat ability...
We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's Dia?
Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right?
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried...
Okay, let's just hope we won't...
Traveler? It is you!
The voice! It's Hypatia!
What a pleasant surprise!
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training.
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come...
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Wait, no. Did you already
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed...
You did it? Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating when my consciousness made contact with the gods. What a
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Earth. My current self has not only gained true insight.
You can do that?
I've never heard of anything like that, but... if you want to give it...
Hold on. I brought some spirit born ale with me.
We're using that in...
All right now.
Hold my hand. I'll help you establish.
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladeer's myth? But how is he connected to the divine consciousness?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a Alas, if only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart.
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periporno life, but rather...
Ah! You! Why are you so mean to me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I...
Apasia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait, have I... already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right.
missed them! Are you okay, Nahida?
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as after that, Kainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? Wait, then where is...
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told the doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the... Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense! Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything. Even in a moonless night, a shower of... Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemic... Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. But she isn't with us anymore.
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean...
Your guess is correct, but the situation...
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the... I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archons also...
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question.
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, all I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body? What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from the...
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia...
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, if I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation. The Doctor and the Balladeer. From your description, I don't think they've completed their project, but then... What is the connection between creating a new god?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the Sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rebel. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help.
Thanks, Tainari. Hopefully Hypatia will...